Welcome everyone, Costin here with some final thoughts on the subject of Total War Warhammer. It might just be the best Total War game we've had in a long time, but that doesn't seem much considering where the series has been since Empire has come out. And that's going to hell and back, and then back to hell again. That's basically where the series has sat for a very long time. I did a video early on in both my Empire and, well, early on, mid playthrough for Greenskins and Empire, talking about what I felt about the game. And what I said is that the AI is improved, there's collision detections, it's a spectacle, it's bearable, you know, that's the situation. It's the best spectacle we've had in a long ass time, but outside of that, battles in the game just offer fuck all. There's no real fancy strategizing, tactics, or even giving a fuck about good formations. Contrast that to a game like Ultimate General Gettysburg, which, you know, has large-scale armies engaging on the field of battle. There's so many decisions, so many things that go in there. Where even engaging the enemy in melee range is a difficult decision to make. Do you charge the enemy in melee range, risking getting your unit routed or not? Because it's always a risk. Melee engagements are short, but they're more often than not decisive one way or another. And you can get your entire army routed, recover, reposition, and just smash the enemy even. So there's a single engagement, so to speak, in Gettysburg is phenomenal. When I say engagement, I mean a smaller portion of the overall battle. Gettysburg fought over several engagements throughout the entire battle. In Total War, you just take your army, set it up in 2-3 line formation, cavalry on the flanks, melee infantry in the center, archers behind them with artillery behind the archers, all that. That's the formation you take. You take that, you smash into the enemy. That's the formation the AI also uses. You smash into the enemy, no fancy tactics required, just some basic flanking maneuvers, and it's just pathetic. It's boring. That's the thing. For all the spectacle, it's really fucking dull going into so many Total War battles on during the course of a campaign. And since they improved the auto-resolve, the vast majority of times, and I say vast majority, there are problems, particularly with terror units, in particular with gigantic units, but the vast majority of time in a campaign, the auto-resolve outcome you're gonna get when you're going in a battle is the outcome you'd get if you play that battle yourself. Maybe better, maybe worse, but that's generally the outcome you're gonna get unless you pull off some bullshit, like, say, for instance, in a battle where there's multiple armies charging straight in the first army, taking that out before the reinforcements can properly deploy, because the AI, for all its improvements, is still pretty retarded reinforcements, taking out that army, the initial army, and then smashing reinforcements in the enemy. That's how I defeated the Chaos Warriors as the Greenskins when they lumbered down me with 6 full stacks of troops with Kolek, Archeon, and Sigvald. That's how I destroyed them. I pulled that tactic off, and I won. I won the campaign, I won the game using that. It's pretty bad, though, all things considered. And there's some really stupid reinforcement points. But that's just battles. So some improvements there, and just keep in mind, these issues have existed in the series for a long time. There haven't been any real improvements. In fact, there was, until recently, a downgrade in the series in terms of battles, with Rome 2, with Attila, well, not really Attila. With Attila, they tried to improve it. Warhammer is an even further improvement with that. But, Empire, Napoleon, and Rome 2, they were a severe downgrade to what we had before. And now we get an improvement. There was an improvement in Attila, there's an improvement in Warhammer, but they've just made battles from retarded, which is what they were before because of the stupidity of the AI and the idiotic decisions the AI would do. But what they've done since then is, by improving the AI, by improving the way the AI uses its units and all that, they just made it dull as fuck. I mean, it was kind of funny just seeing how retarded the AI would get in previous games. The stupidity of the AI, and you just being able to slaughter so many of their units with ease because you were abusing that. Now it's just dull. I mean, I like the fact they improved AI. I just don't think that the battles have anything to offer. So what are we left with? The campaign. The campaign is even worse, arguably. I spent more time on the campaign level than I spent in battles in Total War Warhammer, and the campaign is simply put fucking unbearable. It's bare bones, but that's not the biggest problems. Them stripping down features and all that, that's not really an issue as far as I'm concerned. The issue is just the way diplomacy works, the way factions work, the way the building tree works, and it has worked since arguably Empire, you know, Empire, Napoleon, Rome, Attila. They stripped down a lot in terms of building trees, and the campaign has never been the strongest point. When they created the campaign for Total War, they did so to create something as a connecting feature between battles, to, you know, to allow more battles. Now the battles are dull as shit, and the campaign has barely anything to offer. It's not interesting, it's boring, it's forgettable. And as a result of that, my personal perspective on the subject of Total War Warhammer is it's pretty fucking pathetic. The only saving feature, the only thing that's even remotely interesting in the campaign, sure, the occasional interesting battle when the whole fate of the world is on the line, you get a few of those, right? Like I did in my Greenskins campaign in particular, or the quest battles. Those are the only things, but the quest battles, you know, they're not really that challenging or themselves. They just are, you know, they have their own scripts, they have their own unique features instead of the same old shit over and over and over again, repeated 10,000 times. Quite frankly, Total War, beyond all the issues I have with Creative Assembly as a company because of their scummy business practices, beyond any of that, beyond all those problems, the one fundamental issues I have with Total War Warhammer, beyond the Blood DLC, the Day 1 DLC, the fact that they've been pumping out a Total War every fucking year, right? Or almost every fucking year. Beyond that, the biggest problem is that Total War is dull as shit. It's not interesting. It's not fun to play. It legitimately is a chore to play. I don't find it interesting anymore. I'm serious. I find it really, really dull to play. There are better games. You know, there you can play Ultimate General Gettysburg. You could play Cossacks 1 and 2, right? If you want more interesting battles. Or if you want something more interesting on campaign level, there's so many Paradox games that are available out there right now that could offer a far better time on campaign level. So what exactly does Total War offer? Exactly. I mean, Total War Warhammer might just be the best Total War game we've had in a long time, but it's still a Total War. It's still dull as shit, as all the games have been recently. That's all I had to say on the subject. And the difficulty design, just a final point, still pretty fucking retarded. Costin here on Serious Gaming, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.